Hey, what's up, guys? I got a question from a subscriber named Eric McElvey or McElvey. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, bud. But his question was, do I use a bookkeeper? Eric is wanting to get a hold of an employee. He doesn't know how that whole process works. And I want to give you guys some information. So if you're thinking about, going from solo to maybe getting a little bit of help, I think this video is going to help you out. Eric, first thing, yes, you do need a bookkeeper and you need an accountant, okay? My accountant is my bookkeeper, okay? And it simplifies the whole process, because if you are just strictly taking, your receipts and stuff to some tax preparer at the end of the year, you are going to be missing out on so many deductions, so many things that you forgot that you had spent money on, those little trips to Home Depot. What I do is, and I've done videos on this, but I take my bank statements, I give that to my accountant, and my accountant keeps my books, and it just speeds up the whole process for taxes. So again, I would recommend getting a hold of a really good CPA, somebody who specializes, if you could find somebody who specializes in the green industry in your area, that would be ideal, but definitely somebody who who specializes in service-based businesses, okay? Not just retail, but service-based business accountants, okay? They're worth their weight in gold, and they can just save you a ton of money. They can just take over all that bookkeeping for you, and it's very affordable. I hate doing bookkeeping. I hate doing accounting and stuff like that, even though that is my background. I just don't like that aspect of the business. And I have somebody who takes care of that for me, and she does a fantastic job. So get yourself an accountant and make sure that she's getting your bank statements, because your accountant will act as your bookkeeper, okay? Okay, so secondly, my accountant actually was able to set up basic payroll for me through QuickBooks when I first started. She handled all of that for me. I basically gave her my employees' information, and she set them up on QuickBooks. I just told her how many hours there was at the end of each week. She processed payroll for them, and it worked out fantastic. So many times CPAs will offer the ability to process payroll for you, okay? That's something that they can do, and just set that up on autopilot for you. All you got to do is just give them your employees' information, and they do everything else, okay? You just tell them what the hours are every week, and they handle that. But as my company grew, I switched over to a service called ADP. All right. And what ADP does is it just kind of streamlines that whole onboarding process. So there, for a time, I had 5 or 6 guys that was with me, and it was just too much for a CPA to kind of take care of. That's not what they specialize in. They were basically doing it, just kind of get us up and running. But ADP specializes. That's literally what they do. They are a payroll processing company, okay? You can go and sign up online with ADP. And again, I'm not sponsored by ADP. I'm just telling you what the heck I do, okay? You can sign up online with ADP, and it's very, very easy, man. Your employees, they can have access to their timesheets, if you want to give them vacation pay, if you want to give them sick leave, I mean, whatever. Like, you can pretty much do anything you want in ADP. It's just a very, very simple approach to managing employees, okay? I think the cost for us is like $60 a week, and it is money that is just well spent. All I do is I look on Yardbook and I see, okay, this employee had this many hours. I go to my ADP setup, I put in the hours, it spits out how much money is going to be taken out of my bank account. They handle payroll, they handle the taxes, they handle everything. And then at the end of the year, ADP will send any type of payroll report that I could want to look at to see what my labor costs are. There's just a lot of information in there that honestly I don't even take advantage of. I strictly use it as an online payroll processing software to just take care of that for all of my employees. So Eric, I would say number one, have a meeting with a CPA who specializes in service-based businesses. See if they offer payroll processing for you. Most of them do, but if they don't, go ahead and just look into ADP or some type of other, payroll processing company online. Again, I'm not affiliated with ADP. It's just who I use, and they've been fine for me. It's been great. ADP will kind of just walk you through that process, and I understand it's intimidating in the beginning to figure all that stuff out, but once you get in there and start digging around, you realize you're like, oh, this is not that bad at all, It's very intuitive. So if you're looking at picking up some help, man, I hope that kind of just steers you in the right direction. It's what I do here at my company, and it's worked for 7 years now. All right, buddy, take care.